Welcome back to Sports Rocks. All right, we've gone off to Penn State, and now we're going on to baseball. We're going to talk about some trades that's happened, and we have the trade deadline coming up, and we got the pennant chase going on right now. Zach, would you like to lead us off on this little episode here?
Yeah, well, not being biased here, but we'll start with the AL Central with the recent moves that Chicago and Detroit have made, kind of shoring up their team a little bit, and then, of course, our beloved Indians go out and make a trade for utility man Brent Littlebridge.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
The White Sox got rid of him.
Yeah. Chicago picks up Youkilis, and just recently Brett Myers to shore up that bullpen full of rookies. And then Detroit gets Sanchez and Infante from Miami to give them another starter and another bat in that lineup. And trade deadline's approaching. We got 5 days.
Zach Greinke, according to Brewers GM, will be dealt.
I think he has to be.
Yeah.
He's not coming back.
No.
Right
They don't
now,
have the kind of money to throw around like the Phillies do for Hamels.
right.
Yeah.
That was a huge.
Oh,
that was second.
that was incredible.
Second for a pitcher next to CC Sabathia.
It was incredible.
I mean,
So-
look at their rotation. They've got $100 million spent on 3 guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now in the AL East, the Yankees are leading Baltimore by 7.5 games. Detroit and Chicago are dead even, with Cleveland in second, well, third, whatever you want to say, 4 games behind. The AL West has Texas over the Angels by 5 games. The NL East, Washington over Atlanta,
Be sleeping on them
4.5
Oakland
games.
A's.
Interesting to see what Washington's going to do with Strasburg coming up. He's going to hit his
innings.
160 innings in the next couple starts.
And you bring that up. I think
couple.
Chicago, the White Sox, are going to face the same thing with Chris Sale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And he has been their best starter.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have to shut him down, White Sox are.
In the NL Central, Cincinnati's up over Pittsburgh 2.5 games. In the NL West, San Fran is over the Dodgers by 3 games. So there's some races. I mean, there's some pretty tight races. The wild card races.
Both wild card races.
Yes.
There's like 7 teams like within a game.
Well, that's what MLB
So-
wanted when they had that second wild card.
Which, I don't know, here's an opinion I want to throw out to you guys. Doug, what do you think about that?
What, second wild card?
Yes.
Love it. Absolutely.
Zach?
Yeah, I'm in
Chris.
favor of it.
You look at basketball, they let half the league in the playoffs.
Well, we can't do that
You
in
look at
baseball. but-
football.
Well, it's the NHL.
The football lets
They might let more than
the
half.
football
Yeah,
lets
sure.
a decent bit of teams in. Baseball, you had to win the division or get one wild card
One
spot.
wild card, yep.
So I do think it's definitely a good thing. The only thing is, I wish they would have expanded it to at least a 3-game series instead of a 1-game
Yes,
playoff.
yeah.
Well, you could do that if
But
you shorten
one-
the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to 154 like it was in the 50s and
I would
60s.
even consider going shorter than that because I'm a big baseball fan. I'm kind of to the point where I don't follow baseball a whole lot right now because it's just you're just in the grind.
There's so many games.
Yeah, there's so many games. Like, honestly, I think you could probably shorten it to 120, 140. I mean, if you don't know within 120 or 140 games who the best teams are,
I think 140,
you know by then.
145 maybe would be a good.
That would be probably the more
You're taking
legitimate
away
area.
like 15 to 20 games.
Well, if you drop it back
Yeah.
from even 162 to 154, you're probably knocking 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
That would be legitimate.
Because
Yeah.
as long as they're playing, and I realize I don't care if anywhere in the Northeast in October it can get chilly at night.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the way it is. But they were pushing that World Series up to where it was almost over in November. And I think
Yeah.
one year
Yeah.
they played
They
the
did
first
play in
day or
November.
2
Yep.
of November.
You can't have that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
It is bullshit. You cannot have that.
It's
You're
a fall
really-
classic, not the midwinter classic.
Right. No, absolutely. I agree totally with that. See, that's the thing. I agree totally with that. Shorten your season a little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, we don't gotta
I think
play
the-
50 games.
All right,
I
go
mean,
to
I think
142,
the
you're
NBA
cutting
found
20
out of the
games.
condensed schedule, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
No, it worked out pretty well.
I mean, they would drop from 82 to 66, and I'm sure they don't want to drop that far. But even if they drop from 82 to 72,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
10 games is probably damn near 3 weeks off the schedule.
Well, but you
Maybe-
also
maybe a
figure that
month.
the NBA, their postseason lasts for frickin' ever.
Yeah.
I mean, because
And
they're
they
all
have-
7-game series.
Sometimes they have a night or two off in between games during the season, so it just,
Yeah.
it's November to, June sometimes.
This year really compacted because there were a lot of back-to-backs. Some teams played 3
back
in
to
a
back
row.
to back. Yep.
Yeah.
Some teams were playing 5 games in a week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, these guys are getting paid big bucks.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I realize it's
They're
it's
professional
not
quality athletes,
It's,
I mean-
yeah, it's not an easy job. Traveling and still playing is still not as it looks. But
Yeah, but these guys are in private jets. They're getting the best of the best.
Well,
It's not like
you're
one of us
it
who
ain't
has
the
to
same
go.
as getting up, going to work, coming home, sleeping in your bed at night,
But
getting
it-
up and going to work, coming home.
But it's
sleeping in your
not. But
bed.
it's also not like a lot of Americans in this country who fly and travel a lot for a living have to put up with airports and delays and baggage check and
Oh, I'm not
security
saying
and
they
all
don't
that
live a good
bullshit
life.
either. So
Try
I mean,
getting up every morning and going to work for 8 hours every day and working
Yeah.
in the elements, whatever it takes.
Doing
to
something
go
you
home
hate.
and still have to
Yeah.
take care of stuff at
Right.
home and getting right back up the very next day and doing it again. Flying, travel, I don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
that. It's like these guys are getting paid buku dollars to play a sport.
They,
I'll have
let,
you
they
know
let
you're
their
paying the
wives and
FCC
girlfriends
fines
worry
this
about
week.
what goes on at home.
Yeah, or their wives and girlfriends.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Which in case of LeBron might be a couple. Well, he's,
Yeah.
he's not
Girlfriends,
married.
multiple.
Yeah,
Well, he
he's
keeps
not
that- he
married,
keeps-
so that's.
He keeps that pretty much under the
he's
under
spreading the
shelf there.
LeBron James seed though.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he got it on with that
Shot.
oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not
Can't
saying-
blame him.
Well,
Whoa, wait a minute. What happened here, guys? I gotta moderate this. We went from baseball. Now we're talking
That's
basketball
true,
and
that's
LeBron
true.
James.
That's
Come
right.
on, let's get back to the
back to
baseball aspect
baseball.
there.
The big move recently was the Dodgers getting Hanley Ramirez from Miami.
Yes. Yeah.
Little did
Smooth
I,
move for them.
little did I know last night until I flipped on the game on ESPN that he was a Dodger.
That
but
game went until it was no.
It
there
went
was
12
this-
innings.
12
Yeah.
innings.
I was
Dodgers
up.
got beat.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think they
and,
got beat again today. Ramirez had a hitter too
yeah,
today. But
yeah. And, so the Dodgers are obviously going
they
for it.
picked him
They're
up
not.
cheap.
They're
Oh,
not.
Cleveland could
Yeah.
give up 2 minor leaguers and got Hanley Ramirez.
Yeah.
Cleveland gave up one minor leaguer who was pitching pretty well for fucking career 212 hitter. So
And Detroit.
my apologies.
Detroit,
I guess I have to pay some of that FCC fine.
Detroit didn't give up much
They're
to
not really gonna
get
pay
Sanchez and Infante either.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, those teams, the Detroit, the White Sox, those teams are
the
aggressive,
teams that
that'll
are
go out
obviously going for it.
and they know that
The Dodgers are going for it. With
absolutely.
they're
yeah.
only a couple games behind San
Well,
Francisco,
last
and they
year-
were the best team in baseball.
Last year at
first
the
2
deadline,
months.
Detroit made some good moves too. They picked up Delvin Young and
Pfister,
Pfister.
Pfister. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Sure, those guys were there for the
And
taking
they-
for the Indians too.
and they
Oh, yeah.
steamrolled that.
Delvin
division.
Young was waived. Delvin Young could have been had just
the
off
Indians
waiver
go
wire.
after Kosuke Fukudome last year
Who
and
is currently,
Willowbridge
who
this
currently
year.
does not have a job. was
I
released
believe
by
he
Chicago.
signed with. Why do I want to say the Yankees? But he's in the farm
really?
system of somebody.
Well,
He signed,
And
I
the
want to
Yankees-
say I want to say the Yankees, but he's in their farm system.
The Yankees
Oh,
pick
yeah.
up Ichiro.
The biggest, probably the biggest deal. They're
Yep.
the shocker.
Of course, they lost that what's his name?
Red Gardner.
They lost him for the year. I think,
Yeah.
So.
But Ichiro, there's a guy that they're going to slide right into
He's
the
not
8
having
or
a
9 hole.
Yeah. He's not having a career year, but in that murderer's row lineup, I mean,
I'm a little surprised they're playing him in left though.
yeah.
I'd play him in right. That guy's got a cannon.
He
in
does
his
have a
arm.
cannon.
Cannon.
But I guess they're playing him in left.
He's got like a
They're
Vlad
Swisher
Guerrero
in
cannon.
right or whatever.
Or Shinshu Chu cannon.
Yeah.
He's got stronger arm than Chu, I
But-
think.
I don't
Wait,
know.
obviously-
Chu's got a pretty good arm.
The next
Suzuki can
5 days,
unload it.
Yeah.
we're gonna find out who's really going for it this year. I believe Pittsburgh picked up Rodriguez from Houston, the
Wandy
starter.
Rodriguez.
So they're obviously going for it. They might
Absolutely.
need another bat.
They know their window could open and close.
They
the
haven't
same
won in
day.
20 years. What's
2 weeks.
What's Oakland gonna do? They have some of the best pitching, but they could use another bat.
And Oakland's what 16
Well,
and 2,
there's not-
16 and 3 in the month of
If you're looking
July.
for pitching, there's arms to be had. If you're
Yeah.
looking for sticks, slim
Not
pickings.
many.
Yeah.
Slim pickings.
Come to Cleveland.
Quentin
take
re-signed.
half of it.
Yeah.
Quentin re-signed with San
re-signed.
Diego, which is
Yeah.
where he wanted to stay. He's
So
from there.
Rihanna's still in Chicago though.
Yeah, everybody's afraid
Yeah.
of the contract.
Yeah.
Which I don't know
The
why Cleveland's
contract
scared of it.
and
They're going to
the-
lose $19 million off the books
You
next year
know,
between Hafner
his
and
perceived,
Theismann.
you know,
Yeah.
lack of effort sometimes, and
Well,
He can
and
hit.
he's
But he can
36
hit.
years old,
He strikes out a
37
lot.
years
He can
old.
hit.
So.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously there's
Another big news for Cleveland is the fact that Fausto Carmona will be back.
Not Fausto anymore.
Yeah, I don't know
Formerly
that
Fausto.
count.
Roberto
Roberto Hernandez
pitcher formerly
Heredia.
known as Fausto.
The pitcher
Formerly
formerly
known.
known as Fausto Carmona will be August 11th, I believe you said.
That's
There-
projected
you know
date.
what?
Yeah.
there's your trade for a pitcher.
with everything
Yes.
that
That'll be what Cleveland uses as their
Yeah.
standard
Yeah, but what
line.
about your hitter? Because Grady ain't coming back.
Well, Brent Lillibridge.
Matt Laporta.
Blows.
I'll tell you what, they have got to have no faith in that.
They've got
No.
none.
They can't.
They can't.
They've got none.
They brought him up for.
If you're willing to have Johnny
Handful of
Damon
at-bats.
and what I called them the three Stooges.
Cunningham and
the three Stooges
Shelley
of
Duncan.
Cunningham,
Yeah.
Duncan, and Damon. Now it's Cunningham or Duncan, Damon, and probably Lillibridge.
Yeah.
Still the three Stooges out there on the left. They won't. The stars haven't aligned.
Yeah, I saw that.
For the Indians
Yeah.
To quote the great Bruce Drennan a couple weeks ago, he said he never thought.
Wow, the great Bruce Drennan. Never thought I'd ever hear that.
He thought he never would have longed for the days of David DeLucci and Jason Michaels. Ain't
Ain't that the truth?
Well, no, it's a fact. We are. I know.
I'd rather have those two.
All four.
I'd rather take Dunn back.
All four of us.
That guy I got from Cincy played for him last year.
Oh, Austin Kearns.
Kearns, that's it.
He's with Miami. I'm sure you can get him.
Yeah.
Miami's having a fire sale.
Every so often, Miami unloads.
Well, Miami spent a lot of money going into this
Well,
year.
yeah,
it
Things
has
didn't
not
go
worked
their
out.
way,
Not
and
work
they
out.
are-
You know what I think Miami's biggest problem is? Guillen. That man's a fucking psycho. Seriously.
I like him.
I cannot
He
stand
I-
he
him.
won in
like
Chicago though. He won a World Series.
He won one.
I think
They had a lot of talent in Chicago. They only won
How
one.
many did Eric Wedge win? How many's Manny Acta
Eric
won?
Wedge is a shitty manager.
Well, what are you saying? What are you saying? Ozzie Guillen is a good or bad manager?
I think he's a bad manager.
Well, he won a World Series though.
I think he's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the players like to play for him. I think he has
Yeah.
their back.
Huh?
I think the point with Ozzie Guillen is this, and Doug just mentioned it. He'll back his players.
Yeah, he
They're
does.
second half
he'll
on the
rip their
field.
asses,
Who's
but
the
he'll
first one
back
out on the field yelling and screaming?
Him.
Oh.
Where's Manny Acta?
Ozzie Guillen
Twiddling the thumbs.
has-
Yeah, that's a good point there.
passion.
It's a fact. And I think
And I don't
Martin-
dislike Manny Acta. I don't think he's a great manager. I think he's probably okay. He doesn't have a lot of talent. If he had
See,
talent,
but look what he's
he'd
done
find out
with the
about
talent
output.
he's got, though. He had the Indians in contention for most of last
He's
year.
kept us competitive.
He's got them in contention this year.
Because he plays in a division that's, if Detroit plays hot, they're far and away the best team in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but look what he's
No
got.
doubt.
Look what he's doing it with, though.
Well, he's doing it with
I
an
personally
owner that
feel-
doesn't want to spend a
I
damn
personally
dime.
feel
We've
if you
talked
bring
about
in-
this for
if
years.
you
Talked
bring
about
in
this for
talent-
years.
If you bring in talent, I personally feel Manny Acta would have no problems winning awards. I think he's a good manager. I
Well,
like him a lot.
You know, I don't think that's.
I think we could have a good
There's gonna be no talent
playoff
brought
run with him. I don't, you know,
in. There's going to be no talent brought in.
He had no
No.
talent in Washington
There's
either
no
when he was
talent
there.
in the minor
so-
league
they didn't win.
Well,
To trade. They traded their two best
Oh, you're
pitching
right.
prospects last year
You're
for
right.
another pitcher who more or less bombed out.
Yes.
trade another pitching prospect for a hitter that's probably
they
going to
had,
bomb out.
You know, if they
Yeah.
would have played their cards right last year, they probably could have kept either White or Pomerantz, traded one of those to Houston with a couple other players and got Pence, and would have been able
Yeah,
to pick up Delman
exactly.
Young off waivers.
Yep.
And there's two right-handed sticks.
Two-handed
Yeah.
bats, yeah.
And I'm telling you right now.
Or
you
they
look-
could have signed Melky Cabrera, or, not Cabrera, what's his name?
Well, I think the Giants pulled off the best trade of the year to get Melky Cabrera for John
Yeah, Melky
Sanchez.
Cabrera.
And then they traded
the
Sanchez
Royals
for
just-
Jeremy Guthrie
Yeah,
to
just
Colorado.
just got him out.
Another former Indian.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
Melky
say,
Cabrera, I don't know if
Jeremy
he's still leading the
Guthrie.
league in hitting, but I'm sure he's up
Oh,
there.
he's up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh, he's had a fantastic.
I thought they got him free
MVP
agency.
of the All-Star game,
I
I
didn't,
believe.
I didn't know they traded
Being,
one.
being
Was he
a,
MVP of the All-Star game?
yeah, he was. And being a Braves fan as well, I wish we'd have hung on to Melky Cabrera.
Braves aren't even going to get
Yeah.
Dempster.
No.
No.
He's
No,
walking-
they're out.
They're moving on.
If Atlanta
He wants
can
to pitch for
get
the Dodgers.
if Atlanta can get healthy, I think with Chipper being healthy, McCann healthy, Freeman's healthy, they could give. I think they're going to get one of the wild card spots if they don't catch Washington.
Well, if
And
Washington, if
Washington's a tough team to
I'm
beat.
not pitching.
Yeah.
I'm not pitching Strasburg
Now.
to 160 or 170 innings and
No.
shutting him out, shutting him
No.
down. I will skip a start.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
him pitch.
Go to a six-man
Skip a start. Then
rotation.
he's pitching like every 10 days. Yeah, he might be.
Go
a little-
to in September. You got the call-ups. You can go six-man rotation,
Yes, you can.
seven-man rotation.
Yeah.
if they've got
Yeah.
if they have the arms. And
No,
I
they're-
think,
you
I
know,
think
you're right.
Washington has
They're-
a decent farm system.
They're better off
Yeah.
skipping starts now than shutting him down at the home stretch
Yeah.
when they're going to need
What are
him
you
the
going to do? Shut him
most.
down the 1st of September and pray you stumble into the playoffs and all of a
Yes.
sudden fire him up?
Yes.
Well, here's a question.
Yes,
No,
that's exactly what they're going to do.
They'll be
That's-
questioned on
they're
that.
either going to do that or they're not going to adhere to the 160 inning thing. I'm telling you right now.
I
that's
heard
what they're-
rumors
Is it
that-
what,
they're gonna do.
112, 110? He's got to be somewhere.
120, something like
Yeah,
that.
he's like 100 and
I
almost
heard rumors
120
they could
if he's
stretch
not.
him to 180, but that's
Yeah, and he blows his
it'd
arm
be
out.
interesting,
and-
you know.
Well,
Done
yeah,
for his career.
but he might not.
Well, we're going to get ready to wrap this up, I think. The key thing when Strasburg is involved is the Nationals, what they need to do is go out and get themselves another pitcher.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They have a good.
They
staff
need to get
already.
another arm to come in there, and I agree with
Yeah.
you guys.
They have a good lineup.
Shut him
Well,
down a little bit
I don't know
now.
if Lannon is back yet.
Shut him a
Yeah,
little
he just
bit.
came back.
Really?
Storen's back to close.
Yeah, and Jason Worth's coming back.
Worth's coming back.
So
Morse
too.
is back. They have the rookie
I
of
like
the
the
year.
national squad.
Oh, I think
They
they're
have
great. I
far
think
away
they're
the rookie of the year of Bryce
fantastic.
Harper.
Oh yeah.
They've got a nice rotation. Even if you take Strasburg out, Gio Gonzalez is
Oh, yeah.
pitching
Yeah,
like an
well,
ace.
that's what I'm saying.
Zimmerman.
If there's a problem with his
Yeah.
innings pitched, shut him down now.
Hey,
Save him for the
I
playoffs
think
and bring in somebody that's
I have
gonna help him.
Washington's concerns figured out. We'll trade them Ubaldo Jimenez for Bryce Harper. That'll take some pressure off Strasburg.
I traded for Zimmerman, play third.
I'd trade him for anybody.
We're gonna end this segment on a joke.
I'd trade him back for Pomeranz and White. Damn it!
The joke is the Cleveland
If Alex
Indians.
White can stay out of legal trouble.
I don't even care about that.
Right now, the joke in baseball is the Cleveland Indians because we have an owner that doesn't give a crap about this team, doesn't want to spend a damn dime on
And
them.
when we
and you
face
know
a
what?
left-handed pitcher, we
Yep.
are
We
screwed.
are not going to go anywhere with the
you
owner.
just hit the nail on the head. I think that's why people don't want to come here is because it looks like they're not dedicated to winning. It really
well,
does.
it doesn't look like they
Right.
are.
Well, it's a fact. They're not.
Yeah.
He's dedicated to
Well,
trying to
Chu's
make.
not going to stick around.
Hell no.
Hell, you might as well get him on the block.
All right, do we need a closing comment on this section or what?
I think we just had it.
Let's run around the table real quick here before we go out.
No, you got 10 seconds. Shut her down.
No, real quick before we go out. Doug, World Series. Who do you think is going to be in there?
Oh, you
off
want
your
to do
head.
this now?
Yeah.
Yankees,
Yeah.
Nationals.
Zach, off your head.
Rangers and Giants rematch.
Chris,
2 years
off
ago.
your head.
Yankees.
Off your head.
Yankees, Giants.
I personally think it's going to be Yankees Nationals myself.
Oh, that's what I said.
No, I know.
Well, you said
that's
off
what
the top of my
said.
head. That's the top of my
That's
head as I
off
go.
the top of my head, and I think it's a very good possibility. All right, we're going to end this segment. We'll be back on Sports Rock.
Brock.
Thank you.